for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow and everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr? Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Tryna maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant, sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will be an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted, mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed, yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I sound white. I step up to that mic, cock it in. Oh my God, attention, not again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Break it down. Sometimes I wonder what the old me say. If what? If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay. What's my name? What's my name? So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti me, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That one complete to A.T. Perry.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his receiver, it's Jones. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Packers.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st down, it's Love. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Up the middle they go. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And that'll set up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. To throw is Love. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. Now Love. It is brought in the end zone. A.T. Perry. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. First and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's gonna look for the home run ball. And he will score! Touchdown, Snowhawks! Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Snowhawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's 3rd and 2. Love. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down. On comes the Packers punting team. Now fair catch called for and taken, and that sets them up in outstanding field position.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He's got it! And he's in! Touchdown, Snowhawks! Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Snowhawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Downfield, that's Perry. He's got it. A gain there of 27 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
I don't mind the play call, Mike. We've seen him on this possession have a lot of success through the air. So now you try to change it up and think the defense is selling out to stop the pass. Just try to sneak a draw in there. Not much luck. They're able to take him down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On second down, Love. That one intercepted. He gets free. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Snowhawks. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. 1 quarter in the books. Plenty of scoring already. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's Love. First down throw there is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on second down, Love. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick throw, taken in, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Throwing on second down, Williams. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Third and long. Man in motion, heading left. Third and long. Here's Williams. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one will be from 37 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Snowhawks have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. In motion, Reed. We'll go play action with Love. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's the punter now. as he is on to punt for Green Bay.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. To throw is Williams. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Following the penalty, they'll run it. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to opt.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Snowhawks. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to go down, a sack, but we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's get the call. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That's down the field and intercepted. And now he loses the football.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He fields it at the 8. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. A play fake. Now Williams. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Past midfield to the 45. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Williams. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Quickly to the outside and complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Snowhawks. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Snowhawks add on to their already sizable lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Love to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now Love. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Love to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Jones motioning here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 4th down, Love. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. You have a tight end motioning left here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Really, this cannot be happening. This happened, seriously. What even was that play?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll go play action here with Williams. This is caught at the 2. And he's going to be taken down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Snowhawks. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number 1. And I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First and 10. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Love. To the right side here, pass is caught, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Downfield, that's Perry. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He loves to throw on 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Snowhawks will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now a give up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Right back to him on first down. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. First down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0.